Yeah, so don't wait for that 20% down payment if you're thinking about buying a house. I mean, as we like to say, it's the beginning of March and you're already late if you're just getting into this marketplace. As the buyers came through our... Hey, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. As always, it's really great to see you. You know, you may recognize this background. It's been a while, but we're back at the Aldi Historic Mill here in Aldi, Virginia.
Yes, and spring is in the air, not just in the warm temperature we're feeling today, but also in the real estate market. Ray and I were at an open house this weekend, and it was so busy.
It is getting busy.
Very. And as real estate agents, we really take for granted that new people are coming into this market all the time, and you won't believe some of the things we heard.
Well, you know what? It is amazing what you do here out in the marketplace. And just this last weekend, I was listening to a radio podcast that, of course, from the local real estate experts, that were saying a 20% down payment is customary in buying a house in today's world. Mm-hmm. And you know what I said? Are you out of your mind? That is not customary at all. In fact, probably just a very small percentage of people put as much as 20% down. So many loans are available these days, and it just is almost customary to put down 3%, 5%, maybe 10%.
Yes.
We just settled a property not too long ago that was 100% financing.
Yes,
so you know what that means?
Correct.
0% down is out there and available. And it's fairly readily available too. Mm-hmm. A lot of loan programs. So we wanted to just bring that to your attention today, right?
Yes, especially for home buyers, because we take it from the perspective of the seller. What would a seller like to see, especially as it's starting to heat up? Buyers have to expect that in some instances, they're going to be faced with other offers that they're competing against. So we try to tell them, look at it from the perspective of a seller. And they do look at things like the amount of your down payment. They look at things that what lender are you using?
What type of loan you're going to be using?
Because believe it or not, depending on each one of those things says something a little bit different to that seller. And their ultimate goal is they don't want to get halfway through this transaction and have it fall through because of financing.
And hear crickets, which is our chief concern, is that we don't hear, most importantly, from the lenders. That's when we really start to get nervous, right?
Yeah.
And one of the points that was made this week at our sales meeting from our in-house lender, of course, the infamous Ron Tinchert, was that make sure you get pre-approved. Don't just simply go in for that pre-qual letter, but make sure you get them in there for that pre-approval letter, most importantly.
And that's why the lender is so important, because one of the jobs, I think, of listing agents is to call that lender.
Yes.
If you're looking at an offer from a buyer, call them and see, have they submitted all their documents? How far along in the process are they? How strong are they? And all those things helps the seller to make the best decision, just to make sure that that financing really does not fall through.
Yeah, so don't wait for that 20% down payment if you're thinking about buying a house. I mean, as we like to say, it's the beginning of March and you're already late if you're just getting into this marketplace. As the buyers came through our open house this past weekend, you know, many of them have been through the pre-approval process. They're out scouting. They have listings that are being sent to them through their agent or through some of the other services. So they're already kind of geared up to get ready. As this spring weather continues to improve, you're going to see more and more people coming out. And importantly, too, you're going to see more and more inventory.
Yes, that's the good news with the spring market.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, as always, we really hope that the information that we provide to you each week is valuable and well worth your time. And we'll continue to bring you updates. I think next week we have a market update coming, right?
Yes, we do, another one.
So we look forward to bringing that to you. And, you know, again, we hope to see you real soon.
Yes, and we encourage you, subscribe to our newsletter. The link is below.
Yep. See you next week.